All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa Qadsh. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say shalom to the elect that's teaching his word in all true faith and sincerity. And honor brother Barak, and I have the brother Dawadah with me. And today, we're just going to tie this lesson, the kids. And in today's lesson, I'm going to have the brother Dawadah to kind of go into it and expound on it. You got it.
Con. So me and the brother Barack, one day at camp, we end up having this idea to do this lesson, man, regarding our people, and how they're not able to hear this word. And it's gonna lead to them being a basically a sacrifice, right? And we're gonna go into this word kid. That's the main thing that sparked the lesson with us. You're gonna be a sacrifice. So that word kid from the edamononline.com, it says the young of a goat, right? So a kid originally is a baby goat, man. You know, and goats were used as a sacrifice, right? As an basically offering up to Yahawashi. And you people are not going to get away. Why? Because this word has went forth. I want to get something real quick.
Come on.
And now you don't have a cloak, man. So when the judgment come, it's gonna be meat. It's gonna be righteous. This is St. John chapter 15 and verse 21. Excuse me, verse 22.
Huh?
If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. Right. And how is the Lord speaking now? Through his men,
Huh?
right? Giving you that warning, telling you to turn back to your power, lest you be destroyed, lest you be taken, all right, with Babylon the Great, you know?
That's it. Yeah.
Uh
Matter of fact,
you
you
got
can
it.
get on. Can you get something for me?
Con.
What's that? Second Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It's being presented unto you, but that snares that you can't understand the peace offering, which will lead to your destruction.
Mm-hmm. Con. This is Second Chronicles chapter 36 and verse 15. And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending them.
Yep, and you seeing it today, man. So it shows you we once again that time where the Lord is about to do a powerful work, man. And he sent forth his men, and he said rising up B times because this is a sense of urgency. You see, men as a body, a collection of men constantly bringing forth edification videos, vital information concerning worldly affairs, man. Because you have this is the time where the Lord is finna do His perfect will,
Hmm.
which is the destruction of America. You got to go
Yeah.
out.
It says, because he had compassion on his people.
See, let's show you.
Hmm.
That's that peace offering, man. The Lord throwing out the what they call it, the raft, the little life raft, what you call it, life
Mm-hmm.
jacket, by the way of this word, man. That's that peace. That's that safe haven, man.
Mm-hmm.
The words of Yahweh Shema Shai, because carnality is there's not going to be no defense in the time that we're coming into, because this is coming from the heavens, man. It's not a nigga shooting at you. it's Yahawah Shema Shai bringing these things upon you. So
Yeah.
nothing quantum we can do is going to be by the way, the bridge towards this word. Let's read
Hmm.
Ezekiel 30, Isaiah 33.
If
Concerning
I
the
may,
wisdom and knowledge. You got it out.
yeah, man. Like the brother said, it's from on high. It's from your high by shower shot. So where you gonna run to? Where you gonna escape from? You know, if you're not in that pavilion, you're gonna be subject to the elements.
Mm-hmm.
It says, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
Mm.
It says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord rose against his people.
See, and that has always been the case with 2/3 of our people, man. Yahweh Shema Shai will send forth a prophet, a savior, you
Hmm.
know, and a nigga will rebel, man. Tells you that Acts, the 7th chapter, they always resist the Holy Spirit.
Hmm.
And this is the profession of it now, man. Where these niggas is doing everything they can to come against Yahweh Shema Shai. One way, form, fast. Especially when this word is on display. They don't want no dealings with it, man. You know,
Yeah,
and it
that's
said
it,
now
man.
they misuse his prophet even from now up to today's time. A nigga will report your video.
Okay.
You got it out.
Yeah, what the scripture say? The whole head is sick.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the remedy? What's the Lord got to do to alleviate that hard headedness? He just gotta put you down, man. Put you
That's it.
away. I got one for you real quick.
God, out.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 7,
Mm-hmm.
and verse 11. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. And, that's all metaphors, teaching this truth, man. Oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes by the way of us, telling you what's gonna happen, so you can prepare yourself to the battle. It says,
And,
but they
and,
were
and, and if
you
I
got
may
it.
too, that the
Go ahead.
person, when they say oppress not the widow, the fatherless, the stranger, these niggas do that today. That's
Con.
part of black culture. You know, they imagine the evil against their brother in their heart from
Hmm.
committing adultery. Plotting on another man's woman.
Mm.
And things that's black culture, man. And a nigga indulge in that. In that cesspool of wickedness, which ultimately comes from Esau. You know, and when this word is presented unto them, they don't want no dealing with it because it tells about how the God of this world have blinded them. The ways of this place have seduced them. The nigga love hitting the trap house. That's what a
Hmm.
woman. These women they want a rapper or a trapper, a scammer.
Hmm.
So when they hear come return to your house by some outside, stop eating pork. You know, Christmas is a pagan holiday. You don't supposed to celebrate Christmas. JC, that's not his name. That's not how the Lord looks. The Lord is a so-called black man. They don't want to hear that. You got it out.
That's right. It says, but they refused to hearken
Mm.
and pulled away the shoulder.
See, and that show you this is that comfort how it's being presented is through words. I even talks about that our Lord Yahawashi when we read St. John the 14th chapter concerning the comforter. And it said, peace I leave with you, not as the world giveth,
Mm.
and let not your heart be troubled. So it shows you that that's the peace begins there in our minds, man. By the way of this word. But a nigga can't understand it though. They don't understand that peace offering Yahawashi have presented, man. So that caused them to react in such a way. You got it out.
Okay. It says, and pulled away
Matter of
the
fact,
soldiers.
Get First Peter. I believe that. I think it's Second Peter 2:12. I believe. Because this will contribute them to for them being destroyed, man. The word is the measuring stick, and if they can't get it, now they have occupied the spot for destruction.
That's it. That's spirit. I was thinking about this precept.
Kind.
2 Peter chapter 2 and verse
You
12.
can break down too, Bob. You got it.
It says, but these as brute beasts, and that's our people, man. Brute beasts. Why? Because they don't have this understanding, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding that's going to quicken you, make you alive. They just like all the other nations. It says, made to be taken and destroyed. See, that's
If I make
you got it,
bro. They brute beasts show you they only operate off those five senses. They're not spiritual. They don't see things through the spirit. They operate through that carnal flesh, under the serpent's doctrine.
Is it?
Is carnal, that natural brute beast. Everything is their decisions, is based off their senses, those carnal senses, how they feel, and if it smell good, and shit like that. But you got it a lot.
Good. It says made to be taken and destroyed.
Huh.
You got it right. Was going into, that's their lot, man. They were reserved to destruction. It says, speak evil of the things that they understand not. So as the brother was saying, when we tell you, put down the pork, stop celebrating these abominable holidays, stop committing adultery. They speak evil of those things, man, and downright want to fight you.
Huh.
It says, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. So that's the conclusion. You just got to die, man. Because you don't want to hearken. You don't want to receive that gift of salvation that the Lord is presenting to you. You want me to continue?
Matter of fact, can you get something real quick since you said that? Get on the book of Proverbs, the first chapter.
Okay.
And just start at 28. We'll just read down.
Okay. This is Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call.
Start at 27. Matter of fact, start at 27.
Okay. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you.
And the key word is when. Show you that these things are inevitable, man. That's why Yahawashi sent forth his prophets to warn you, and present this sense of urgency to show you, to tell you to return unto him, tell you, warn them from me. That's why when you go into the book of Joel, it talks about, it goes into the destruction, the missiles, and it talks about how the Lord is going to utter his voice before his army. And then the next verse it says, therefore, return unto the Lord, and rent your hearts and not your garments, man. Okay. Because we're in a very solemn time where Yahawashi is about to do damage to Esau, man. And it's going to be niggas that's going to get caught up in the crosshairs as well, because they want to be joined unto them. And they don't literally got to have an American flag flying out their door. It's in their mind by the way of their actions, man. The things that contribute to this system. They making their bed here. Mm-hmm. And when this word is presented to tell them to leave from it and to cancel those plans, they just throw it, they just cast it behind them. They take it light, man. So when these things come upon you, then when they come upon you, just as we read in Second Chronicles, the 36th chapter, when the Lord sent forth the prophets and they misusing it and refused to hearken, then the wrath of the Lord rose up against them. You got it out.
It says, "Then shall they call upon me,
Mm-hmm.
but I will not answer.
Yep.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me."
And that's what a nigga do, man.
Hmm.
Now a nigga want to pray because he locked up. Now at all this time he been robbing, and now he want to pray.
Okay.
And it's going to increase to when that famine comes. You're going to call on JC.
Mm.
You know, even some of those that he of the circumcised that know the name, but they said the charagma is Christianity or some crazy shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna receive that salvation. You got it right.
It says, "For that they hated knowledge." If I may,
You got it right.
and that's what it goes back to, man. Having that mindset renewed, man. Because this place is defiled, man. It tells us that even the mind is defiled. I forgot what
Uh-huh.
it said. It's polluted. You know, and you hate the knowledge of Yahawashi shot is going to clean you up, the inner man, right?
Uh-huh.
And as the brother's going into, these are going to be the conclusion, the results. It says, "And did not choose the fear of the Lord." Man, that's heavy,
Man,
man.
yeah, that's heavy right there.
Because that's where it all leads to. That when you fear the Lord, is going to lead to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Uh-huh.
It says, "They were none of my counsel, and despised all my reproof."
See, they refuse to take heed,
Mhm.
take counsel to the safe house. That's the point of this. The Lord is throwing out that wrath to get those that to come in, right? To compel them to come in.
Okay.
And going to that word compel, it goes into threat. In the sense, that's how Noah was moved. The Lord said he's going to destroy this place.
Mm.
And Noah was moved with fear. And that's what Jake is missing, man.
Mhm.
That healthy fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. That at any time, that's why even King David said, there's one step between me and death.
Mhm.
It's already a scenario lined up on how you gonna die. But that's why the scripture talks about that favor of Yahweh Shema Shai. If you fear the Lord, you shall find favor in the day of your death.
Mhm.
So it's already a scenario lined up for you, man. But a nigga don't consider that, you know. But they're despising the counsel of the Lord. They don't want no dealings to with it, which is this word. But is a consequence to it. It's not like this is a let you just don't believe and everything's gonna still go the way how you believe it's gonna go. No, this word actually dictates what goes on in this earthly realm. Is the heavens water the earth? We read Isaiah
Mhm.
the 55th chapter. So it's a consequence on concerning this decree, man. You got it out.
It says, "Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way."
See?
Hmm.
So you're gonna this going back, they're gonna perish in their own corruption.
Mhm.
You're gonna eat the fruit of your own way because ultimately all these doctrines has a dead end. You thought it was gonna climax into this or whatever the case may be. Because every doctrine is a destination these people want to head towards in life. But their destination, their dead end, it might stop at the famine.
Mhm.
That doctrine is going to die during the famine. That doctrine is going to die during when the concentration. when they get thrown in a concentration camp, or when the power outage takes place. Ultimately, the missiles.
Mm.
That's when all doctrines is gonna die. That's why it talks about how their eyes shall perish in their holes, which that's
Mm.
literally going to take place. But you can't say tomorrow it ain't gonna be none of that. And it's gonna be how by Shema. I'm trying to tell you, the Lord alone is gonna be exalted in that day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but they're gonna perish in their own corruption, man. Those doctrines are gonna die when Yahweh Shema Shai release those death angels, man. You got it out.
Can and be filled with their own devices.
See, which is death,
That's it.
because that's who they held fast to.
What is that? Salakia, the chambers of death.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those that have gone down unto
That's
her.
it.
Now you
Yeah, dog.
stuck.
Shit. That's it, bro.
Mm.
It says, "For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them."
See, for the turning away, so it show you took it light.
Hmm.
You didn't take heed because of your lack of understanding. Also, that's what the cause. Because you really did know what this is about. Oh, it tells that they would have never crucified the Lord. They would have known,
Can,
you really knew what this is about. You'll do what we be doing through the spirit power
mm,
you have by some outside. For those,
can.
you'll believe, you'll hasten to the end of the so-called. I mean, you'll see why niggas need to be destroyed as well.
Hmm. If I may,
Kana.
it said, "The prosperity of fools shall destroy them." And who's the fool? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He was curing the fools, curing the base
Mm-hmm.
meat. Also going back to those natural brute beasts, following after the way of this damn devil. And it's gonna what lead to your death. You're gonna be destroyed.
That's it.
It says, "But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely."
See, unto who? Solomon, which is our Lord Yahawashi, man. Well, so why Solomon talking like that? Like he's the guy that got reigns over salvation. Because he do, man. When you read Psalm 72, talks about how Solomon, he gonna redeem us and
Hmm.
deliver us. Because that's our Lord Yahawashi, man. But how you see the bridge to that safety? Hearkening. That's the bridge. That's the gauge. That's the measuring stick, man. This doctrine, when it's put on display with our Lord Yahawashi, uh, there's gonna be a separation.
Hmm.
Talks about he said at variance,
Okay.
you know, from the mother and father. I mean, the father and son, and
Hmm.
as you can see, the bridge to that safety, being safe, is hearkening to who? Yahawashi, which is by the way of this doctrine, this lifestyle. You got it.
It says, "And shall be quiet from fear of evil."
See,
Mm.
and because there is coming an evil time, it tells you that the prudent is going to be hid in the evil time and some of that effect.
Hmm.
You know,
That's it. What is that? A prudent man foreseeth the
see the
evil.
evil. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, man. If I may,
Come on,
that that's the critical thing, man. Having that mental faculty to take heed. It's a lot of people see what's going on in the world. They making TikTok videos talking about how certain banks are not letting them take out the money, or cash runs, bank runs, and they see the things that's transpiring. Just coming to pass in the earth, but their mindset is not equating it with the end. You know and that's the thing that's gonna lead to their death, not having that understanding of time and judgment, basically.
uh-huh.
I'm gonna finish out this Zechariah.
God.
It says, "But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stop their ears that they should not hear.
Hey, let's go on back. That's so just going back. This word being presented is a peace offering, is a form of
Mm.
comfort. But Jake refused it. That's offensive. Somebody try to come and console you, or you know what I mean, and nigga shrug his shoulder, or you like, well, fuck you too,
Okay.
So that's 2/3 of our people, man. You got it out.
It says, yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord, Yahawah of hosts, have sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
See, and it said the Lord Yahawashi of hosts, and that's the spirit that he was coming in, and it was being presented by. That's the certain message it came by the way of the prophets. The Lord of hosts said, the Lord of armies. So it shows you evils was coming. He didn't say, sweet Lord, he's coming to give. Nah, it was the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. Yahweh Shema Shai is about to come and bring forth evils, man. You got it out. But they took it light though. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to hear that. You stopping your ear don't mean that the decree is not going to be brought forth. You got it out.
The elder brother I'll say, you can cut the radio off, but the music's still playing.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's gonna come to pass.
That's it. What his son did not believe. Who cares? Yeah, how about Shema Shai gonna make it come to pass, man? If it's thus said the Lord, tell you he put his word above his name, man. Mm-hmm. You got it all out.
It says, therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
See, and that what the prophet was bringing forth. That's what they was teaching. The Lord is bringing forth wrath, return unto him before it come. And ultimately, it suddenly came upon them. It wasn't. They ain't had like a time. The day before it came, they got right, and the Lord reneged. No, it suddenly came upon them, and this is what's going to take place now. Suddenly, the power gonna go out. Suddenly the money is gonna crash, and that has been a thing now. Everybody keeping their eye on that money and shit. That's been the talk of the world now. These banks, people saying banks more and shit. Bank runs and digital. These certain words is being that vibration is going out throughout the planet Earth, man. Show you where we at in this process concerning prophecy, man. But Jake ain't seeing it. Their senses are not heightened. So suddenly these things are gonna come upon them because they never was watching. They didn't concern. They wouldn't then hear the sound of the trumpet, or they did and just didn't receive it and acknowledge. So ultimately that wrath is gonna consume them. You got it out.
It says, therefore it has come to pass that as he cried and they would not hear, so they cried and I would not hear, saith the Lord of hosts.
See, the Lord of hosts, you see, there's the spirit of the Lord is coming in. And he's crying out now. It tells that going back to Proverbs, the first chapter, how the Lord's going to pour forth his words, going to make known his words. Okay. You got the apostles and elders of great millstone, starting the apostles and elders. The research and all the, the different revelations being brought forth. All this time and energy and bring it out. And Jake is not concerned. They're not considering, like, damn, these men actually going into the scriptures, making sense of it. But then now you want to pray now because you're in front of a guillotine. Or whatever. You in this chip line, you hope that you got enough for this burger. That's some stupid shit. You got it a while.
Cut, I got something for you.
Con.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 9. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. And how's we're being sifted? We're being sifted by the word, So the ones who can grasp this, hold fast to it, and to the ones who can't, like Elder Apostle Ramla said the other day, fuck you,
Okay.
we don't care if you can't get it, man. As the brother said earlier, what if some do not believe? It says, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon earth. What did our Lord Yahawashi say? I have lost none that thou hast given me. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake and prevent us. And that's what 2/3 say, They see the prophecies coming to pass, but they wholeheartedly, buy into the way of Esau, even the so-called white man. Essentially they say, bad times are not gonna overtake us, we're gonna go back to where we was, but with their lack of understanding, not realizing things are just gonna get worse and worse, till this man's system is done away with. I got one more.
Con, you got it out.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 31. Parable of Lord Yahawashi. And you see the title, The Judgment.
The judgment. That's another
That's
one
what
right
it
there.
says. Yeah, cuz.
That's another one right there.
Cuz.
Con.
It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as the shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. And we were going into the title of the lesson, the kids, and a kid is a young goat, and a young goat, was sacrificed, man. It says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. And as we read earlier, it's certain ones that were allotted to be destroyed. But in contrast, there's certain ones that are allotted, the elect is allotted to receive the 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 kingdom, man, from the foundation of the world. That was their lot to be redeemed, you know. But in contrast, 2/3 their lot, all right, are to be goats, are to be destroyed. Why? Because they follow after the way of Esau. They hearken unto this brute beast. One more. Isaiah chapter 34, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says,
Hey, you had read damn, what that was, that last precept that was?
oh, Matthew 25.
Con.
And I'm gonna read verse 33 again.
No, Salaki. I'm if you can, Baba Gashad, jump down to verse 41, just going back to that separation.
Con.
Just going back to, in that sacrifice.
The water. This is Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, beautiful, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Yep,
See, it's just going back that's that separation, man.
that's it.
You know, and ultimately those that's on the left, there's not no gray areas. It's not limbo. You're going to be pretty much here in America, left here in America, and suffer World War III, man. It's going to World War III. That was prepared for the devil and his angels. Tells you that in Revelation, the 9th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
The third part of men was a day, month, and year for the third part of men to be slain.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's it.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. You got it though. Slot.
No, that was beautiful. That's the point. The ones those goats that were that the Lord had separated, those were prepared for everlasting fire, man. You know, yeah, Isaiah 34
That's it.
and verse 4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's World War III. What other sense could you make of that visually but a mushroom cloud? That's what the prophet Isaiah seen. And this show you how monumental of a time that we're in. This moment was it was a predestined for the foundation of the world, but you have it's on record. Thousands of years old, these records is spotlighting this moment of time that we're in. You got it out.
Con. And all the hosts shall fall down. And all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from off the vine, and and as a falling fig from the fig tree. It says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
See? And that's the target. Idumea, which is today America. This is the headquarters of Edom. The hammer of the earth talks about the foundation of the earth. Even talks about the uttermost parts of the earth. It's talking about America, man. And this is where Yahawashi, this is the venue the Lord have chosen to show his power, man. This landmass is going to be a memorial. That's why I talked about how the Lord's going to outdo what we have done in Egypt. You got it out.
Okay. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
You got it.
It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and rams. For the Lord, Yahawashi, have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So as Elder Pastor Hart say, man, this place is going to be a great altar, man. And that's going to be a sweet savior up to Yahawashi to burn up these people for their wickedness. But I think that was pretty much it there.
That's heavy right there. That says it all. The Lord, these people are being made fat in a literal sense and spiritually in wickedness. That's why it talks about how the greats are made right. Everything is coming to its perfection. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else out.
Done. That's it. You know,
God.
we pray this been edifying. You know,
Mm.
just another blowing the trumpet, man. You know, warning you of the things to come. You know, and we know that 2/3 are not going to hearken, but it's an effort, to warn the flock, to warn the sheep, to warn the lambs. So with
God.
that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa Qadsh. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom,
Ah,
BTA,
DTA, Bible
Bible
Ball
Ball.
soon,
Boom.
very soon.